Hello, my name is Chaz Clemens, and I am doing a case study over Johnson v. Mitchell. This case was held in the Supreme Court of Arkansas, and the year was 1924. This case is an example of voidable contracts with negotiations to minors. The plaintiff, his name is Mitchell. He was the grocer and the third party that has set up this contract. The defendant, his name is Johnson. He is the father of these children that were placed in the negotiation of the contract. And basically, the father went to pay a bill, Thanksgiving of 1918, and he refused to pay the sum of $202.75, stating that he had made a contract with the plaintiff Mitchell, saying that he wanted a written form or written consent for every purchase that the children have made, and yet had not received any kind of written form from Mitchell. However, Mitchell stated that Johnson was responsible for the purchases that were made, and that he wanted his sum of payment placed back into his possession. The plaintiff and defendant went to the trial court, and the jury was told that they were to be in favor of the plaintiff due to the defendant not having the proof of the contract in possession and placing the burden upon him. However, the defendant appealed this decision, and once placed in the Supreme Court, the judge stated that there would need to be a new trial due to the decision made by the trial court. The reasoning was that under family law, the father that supported the children with all of the food and shelter and necessities was not held responsible for the contract that was negotiated by them and the third party, which in this situation was the grocer. The reasoning behind this is that the law is wanting to protect the father and the children from getting ripped off by any kind of third party that can negotiate with children and in the long run actually and negligently give them a bad deal on any kind of situation, or even charge more than what is intended, in this case just like the father wanting the written consent. The reasoning behind these laws is that they are wanting to protect that father from the liability of being essentially screwed over. Another scenario in this that the trial courts messed up was that they put the burden of proof on the defendant. This is not correct because the plaintiff brought the cause of action to the courts, stating that there was a negotiation between the father and the third party, which was the $202.75 that is being negotiated from this contract. However, the burden was put on him that he should provide documentation of this of this oral contract, or have even put it in writing so that this kind of situation would not happen. Looking into this case in the future, if I was the third party and I was to be getting into a contract with this type of scenario where people pay basically at the end of the year, I would make sure to have a written negotiation or a written contract in place, so that way when this kind of situation happens, I am not held responsible or liable, especially because I'm dealing with minors. If this was an 18-year-old, this could be a different situation, but the very fact that it is a minor that is representing a father who's supporting the minor, he should have went to the father and gave him a written consent. Thank you for your time.